Good morning. Thank you for your time. Today, I'd like to present a proposal for a critical update to our MADS 4006 Advanced Android Development course. We'll be looking at modernizing our teaching framework by transitioning to Jetpack Compose, which I believe is essential to ensure our curriculum truly reflects the current standards of the Android development industry.
Now, right off the bat, I want to make one thing absolutely clear. What we're talking about here is modernizing the delivery, not the fundamental content of the course. This proposal builds upon the established academic structure and learning outcomes we already have. We're simply looking to update the tools and practices we use to achieve those outcomes.
So, here's how we'll walk through this. We'll start with the proposal itself. Then we'll dive into how this enhances the student experience. After that, we'll look at the balanced curriculum framework we've designed, take a look at the competitive landscape, and finally, wrap up with how this change positions our graduates for real success.
Okay, let's begin with the core recommendation. At its heart, this is a strategic update, one designed to bring our advanced Android development course right up to speed with current industry practices.
The proposal itself is actually quite straightforward. We recommend transitioning the MADS 4006 course entirely to Jetpack Compose. This modernizes how we teach, bringing the course directly in line with the tools and patterns that are now standard in the field. And importantly, it's an update to the delivery that is already fully aligned with our existing course outcomes, so no formal revisions to the approved outline are even necessary.
Now, let's get into the why behind this proposal. How does this actually create a better learning environment? Well, the main reason for this shift is its direct and very positive impact on the student experience. It allows them to move past some unnecessary technical hurdles and get into a state of productive, focused learning.
This slide really lays it out clearly. On one side, we have the traditional XML-based system. This forces students to juggle two different languages, XML and Kotlin, and spend valuable time debugging complex build errors that honestly have very little to do with our core learning objectives. Now, on the other side, Jetpack Compose offers a modern framework entirely in Kotlin. This cuts down on the friction dramatically, allowing students to focus their mental energy on what really matters, essential concepts like software architecture and design patterns.
And that brings us to this key concept, cognitive overhead. What is it? It's really all the mental effort wasted on problems that aren't central to the learning goals. By removing the friction of XML configuration and those frustrating build errors, we free up our students' cognitive resources. They can then invest that energy where it truly makes a difference, in learning how to think and build like professional developers.
Now, I want to emphasize that this isn't an abrupt, disruptive change. It's a carefully considered evolution of our curriculum. In this section, I'll outline the thoughtful, integrated learning path that we believe will best prepare our students for the modern development landscape. So, the crucial part of this plan is that it creates a balanced two-course strategy. In the introductory course, MADS 4001, students will continue to get those foundational skills in the traditional XML-based system, which is still essential for maintaining legacy projects. Then, in MADS 4006, we transition them fully to modern development with Jetpack Compose. This approach ensures our graduates are versatile, knowledgeable, and highly competitive. And here's what that modernized course would look like over 14 weeks. You can see it follows a very clear logical progression. We start with UI and architecture foundations, then move into data integration and networking. From there, we explore advanced features, and it all culminates in a comprehensive capstone project. This structure ensures that students are building their skills systematically, week after week. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. Now let's just zoom out for a moment and consider the external environment. How does this proposal align with what's happening at other institutions and, of course, in the broader industry?
To make sure our program remains a leader in this space, we have to ask ourselves, how do we stack up against the competition? How do we compare to other colleges right here in Ontario? Well, this table gives us a pretty clear answer. Our key competitors, colleges like Algonquin, George Brown, and Humber, are already adopting this exact dual approach. They're teaching legacy XML in their intro courses while transitioning to Jetpack Compose for advanced topics. The trend couldn't be clearer. The industry is moving, and if we fail to modernize our advanced curriculum, we risk putting our program at a serious competitive disadvantage. This brings us to our final and, I believe, our most important section: how this proposal directly secures our graduates' futures by positioning them for both immediate and long-term success in their careers. So let's just summarize the benefits. They're both clear and compelling. First, this aligns our curriculum directly with current industry demand. Second, it reduces student friction, which leads to better engagement and ultimately higher quality projects. And finally, it ensures our graduates leave here as competitive, career-ready candidates with modern, relevant skills.
Ultimately, this plan creates what I would call the ideal graduate profile. Our students will be adept at maintaining existing systems, a critical skill for many jobs, while also being fully proficient in building new, modern applications from the ground up. This duality is a powerful differentiator for them in the job market.
So I'll conclude with this question. The choice before us is really whether we continue to equip students for the industry of the past, or if we make the strategic decision to prepare them for the challenges and opportunities of today and tomorrow. I believe that by embracing this change, we can ensure our program remains at the forefront of Android development education. Thank you.